We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing okay? Hopefully everybody's fine. We headed into the weekend. Headed into the last couple of days of Ramadan. So just to speak on that a little bit, after Ramadan, I am going to take a bit of a break. So whatever day Eid falls on, probably going to be a Monday, there will be no show the Monday. It's one of my only holidays that I actually get and that I celebrate. So just a heads up on that. Is the video flickering for you guys? There's a flicker. Just curious. There's a flicker. Anyway. In any case, I see some of y'all are saying, yeah, it's a flicker for me. So I was wondering if it was a flicker for you guys. And some of you are saying, yeah, little flicker. Okay. We resolved that, inshallah, so that you guys don't have to deal with a flicker. So what we're talking about today is young women not listening to these old 304s. Don't listen to them. These women don't have your best interest in mind, like, at all. Okay? These chicks, like the Superheads of the world and the Brittany Renners of the world and the what's the bald head chick, the Amber Roses of the world, and all these chicks that done time, they either headed towards the wall or they way past it. These women, these females, do not have young women's best interest in mind at all. Like, at all. Thank you, Philip. Thank you so much. They don't have y'all best interest in mind. These women are post-wall or they headed towards it at 1,000 miles per hour. And they need to validate all of their wrong decisions. This is what we really gonna talk about today. The reasons why they lie to young women about their life. They don't tell you about the end of the road. They don't tell you about the end of the thought life. Because for every 304 that end up getting married and getting the bag and all that kind of stuff, there are 1,000 who never do. So they try to dress up and try to glorify being a 304 like it was the best decision that they could have possibly made. And they was able to do this, and they was able to do that, and they was able to get this, and they were able to get that. When the reality is they end up with nothing, because they end up not getting the men and the connection and the leadership and the masculine energy that they really crave from men. They end up never getting it. And so instead of looking back over their life to realize I screwed up, because that's too heavy for a lot of women. That's too heavy to look over your life and you can't take it back. You can't take them years back. You can't take all of them encounters back. You can't undo, undo none of that. You can't undo none of that. You can't you know what I'm saying? You can't raise Lazarus from the dead. The body is just in the tomb now. When you put it in there, he just in there now. Nothing you can do. Can't rewind the clock. Okay? This is why they come up with all that Yanni stuff, and I'm a born again virgin, or I'm gonna go and try to, I'm gonna go and try to pay a doctor to reinstill the value of my vagina by getting it rejuvenated. Girl, that ain't gonna take away none of that stuff. That's not gonna take away any of the brokenness inside that you receive by having a wall of shame. That doctor can't get rid of that wall of shame. I don't care what he do to your vagina. I don't care how he go in there and zap it and tuck it and tie it and flip it. I don't care what he do to it. He can't go in there and undo that brokenness though. That's what he can't do. And it's hard. It's near impossible for the vast majority of these old 304s that done rolled the carousel all the whole time, teens, 20s, 30s. And I'm using her as an example because she's out. You can tell by the way Superhead talk how bitter she is. She's angry with men, but she really angry with herself. And it's easier to project the problem off on the men and say that men are the problem, when the reality is women like her spent a lot of time devaluing themselves. And now that they've reached a point where they are devalued and they have to cop to that in some manner, in some way. Because she got to cop to it, especially when they get older, because the men aren't after you like they was when you was 19, 20, 21, 22. They not after you. That's why we call it the wall. These men are not seeking you. These men are not, you know what I'm saying? They not coming to you. They not sweating you. They not sweating you. She ain't getting no whole bunch of phone calls. And it's not that she not still attractive. That's not, she look good for what? In her early 40s or whatever. She look good for it. She not ugly. But that ain't the point. Because don't nobody care whether she ugly or cute. The point is, you got a female that's sitting here mad at the world because of the decisions that she made left her empty-handed. As you were running around with these men who were millionaires or on their way to becoming millionaires, you didn't even have sense enough to become a millionaire. So you came out of that whole thing, that whole spate, that whole time period. You didn't get the bag, and you didn't get the man, and you didn't get the fulfillment of a woman. What did you get? What did you get? Just because she can sit on a YouTube channel and talk crap don't mean she made it. It's millions of people that's on a YouTube channel, whether they a good channel or not. Anybody can set up a podcast. Ain't no requirement for that. So she has not done anything. This is what I really want to get down to the young women who are listening. For every chick that looked like she won, it's 1,000 or more that lost. That lost. And you never hear their names. You never see them on anywhere. They not famous. It's your mom. We really about to get into it. It's your mother. It's her sisters. It's the older ladies at your church now. It's the older lady that volunteer at schools now. That want to have this image. Like she know what's going on. Like she's a good woman. Like she's, been this wholesome chick the whole time. And people need to come to her and get this wisdom. What she doesn't tell everybody is the reason why she's in the position she in right now in life is because she made all them horror decisions before. She passed up on all the men who saw value in her in the beginning to give away her value all that whole time. Instead of being compliant and submissive to a man, she challenged a man in every area of his leadership. We gonna get to that. They never tell you about the humiliation that comes with being a 304, especially a known one. They don't talk about the humiliation of it all. They don't talk about being ashamed in their own house. So they gotta speak out. They gotta talk about, I made the decisions I made because I was liberated. They gotta tell you that it was some deeper logic behind all of them penises that they sucked. They gotta we talking about it today. They gotta tell you there was a deeper existential meaning behind all the top they gave to random men. And it wasn't them. They wasn't working with no thought when they was doing all of that. They was just out here having fun. We not here for a long time, we here for a good time. That's what they was on. I can show these men up. I can control all the procreation from these men. That's the first P they try to control. The first P they try to control is procreation. I can control it by giving or taking. Or I can control it by being so good in bed or giving such good top that I have these dudes scrambling. That's power to these 304s. That's power to them. They feel powerful when they're doing. That's why they don't stop. That's why they don't stop until the market make them stop, until age make them stop. That's when they want to come to their senses. And some of them got sense enough to at least fade to the background, but you got ones like her that want to pipe up and try to tell young women who are on that same track that they on the right track, and you're not on the right track. That's what we talking about today. We got to call this stuff out in the community, because there's a lot of talk about, well, women gonna die alone, they're gonna get dogs and stuff like that, and it's said as a joke. But the reason why those things are being said is because these they never tell you about the end of the rope. It ends up in a lack of fulfillment. It ends up in bad self-esteem. It ends up in depression and anxiety. It ends up in all of these problems, mental health issues, behavioral issues. Then when they get called out for being old 304s trying to misguide the young women, then they want to run and talk about all the trauma that they experienced as a young woman. But you didn't fix it. Going through all these men and letting all these men run through you did not fix your trauma. It deepened it. It made it worse. Now you older, now you get to sit back and talk about, I meant to do it like that. And you just got to kiss a bunch of frogs, and you just got to find the one. And so why didn't you find the one? Because Lord knows you kissed a lot more than frogs. So why didn't you get to one? Because from what I hear, she was briefly married a couple of times, but who's really locked? See, this is what they don't say. You spent too much time decreasing your value as a woman. Now don't nobody want to fool with you. The best thing in this woman's life is that she was somewhere being called superhead. It's sad when you think about it. It's sad when you think about it. This is what needs to be talked about. Because it's a shameful name. A shameful label. This is why they talk about you shouldn't slut shame. This is why she want to talk about how big men's penises are or are not. As a sexually experienced woman, as a thought, as a whore, go ahead and call a thing a thing. I'm going to need y'all to call a thing a thing. Because you done seen so many of them. It's not just her. It's a whole group of you. Now you want to be judge and jury about which man is valuable based on his penis size, based on his sexual prowess. Now you get to judge and value or devalue a man based on the value system that you put yourself on. I'm valuable or not valuable because I can be somebody's jump off, because I can get a man erected. It don't take much to get him erect. Let me just tell you that much. Especially when he's young, a high wind to do that. 18, 19, 20, a good high wind. You understand me? Just waking up in the morning and do that. The correct fall of a sundress, do that. So that ain't no special superpower. How to get a man to think with his little head rather than his big one. That with. We come equipped with that. It's called feminine energy. And these 304s are out here have you thinking that this is some kind of magical superpower. Girl, if you don't knock it off. Yeah, you know, I had him, girl. You know, you could tell he wanted me. He wanted everybody. Thank you, Roger Report. Who don't he want? Men see 50 women a day he want. Am I lying? If a man see 100 women in a day, about 50 of them, and the other 50 that they rank them. I'll let her give me top. No, I'll hit that. I'll go ahead hit that. No, man. I'll wife that. No. She can't touch me. She can't touch me. Tell me y'all don't judge like that. Just on sight. Now that don't mean he going for all of them, but he can look. He can look. His eyes work. So that ain't no superpower either. All you got to do is be a woman, halfway decent looking, go outside, be clean, have something, and a man will look. I don't care if you're 18 or 48. I don't care if you got cleavage showing or you're covered up. Thank you, Free My Grandma. Thank you, Rob Herring. I have gone outside and you see how I dress like this every day, head to toe. And there'll be men. I'll be 44 in June. Men don't stop looking. Ain't nobody asked me my age before he looked. So getting a man horny is not a superpower, ladies. But these thoughts have you out here thinking that's your whole value. How does she devalue herself? How does she spend all the time devaluing herself as a woman? By challenging and competing with men in his leadership, more specifically in his 4 Ps. Because they think that's power. Because what she really trying to do is control a man's 4 Ps. Because she thinks that she can have control of him through it, or that she will be able to make him not have control over her through them. Do y'all understand what I mean by that? Thank you, Wyatt. Y'all understand what I'm saying? How she devalue herself. She either challenges and competes with that man in his 4 Ps, or she attempts to have control over it so that he can't control her through his 4 Ps. This is why they be calling themselves proud to be 304s. Oh, I got this dude nose open. I got his nose open. I can make him, he'll do anything for a piece of this. He'll do anything for a piece of this, girl. I had that Negro over there paying bills, girl. He paid my condo, girl. Girl, I made him buy me some stuff off of Fashion Nova, girl. Girl, I told him I needed my rent paid. Girl, I ain't need my rent paid. Girl, I'm on Section 8. He gave me $500. Girl, I took that to, I got my hair done and I went to Fashion Nova. Girl. And they'll portray that like that's some kind of win that you getting. Like you getting over on these men by being a whore. And you not. You're not getting over on these. That's the main thing. They'll tell you you getting over on these men by being whores with them. And that's why they be so eager to do it. That's why they so proud of it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's why they so proud of doing it. Because I'm getting over on these Negroes. I'm coming up on these ninjas. And all that you doing is getting some type of temporary payment like a prostitute, but you are devaluing yourself as a woman and as a person on every transaction. Every transaction you devalue. That's why the men don't have nothing to do with you. After a while, they don't want you. Because when you're young, he might try to take a chance on you. When you're still kind of young, he figure I can still get her. It's something to save. But after you hit that wall, that's why they say I don't want nothing to do with you. Because now you're just in that. Now that's just you. Now your value just gone. I don't want it. I don't want it. Talking about it's the last one, not the first one. Girl, if you don't knock that stupid stuff off, try to make yourself feel better about all them Negroes you was with that ended up didn't want you. And you can't tell me you didn't want not one of them to lock you down. It was a couple of them. It was quite a handful of them. Thank you, Philip, that you was hoping, wishing. You was really trying to earn that superhead title. You were trying to let him know, listen, this is what you finna get. He knew what he was finna get. That's why he left you there. That's why he left you there. Y'all don't understand. I'm going to hit this commercial break and I'll be right back because we going to finish cooking, y'all. Okay.
Hey guys, this is Spanky Hayes, and I want to say something, whether it's comedy, acting, or just in general real life. I use my A game. I gotta have the A game. I pack it in every pocket. I got one pill in every pocket and every pair of pants I got. Listen, entertaining y'all is hard sometimes. I gotta fly to Dallas, then to Denver, then to New York, then to LA, then to Detroit. Come on, man. That tires me out. I just take the A game now. I don't have that problem no more. I usually barely don't sleep because I'm entertaining y'all. I'm in the studio all night with the A game. And trust me, when I come home from the studio, my woman gets to feel the real pleasure of the A game. You see, I'm smiling. Watch this. Hey, baby.
Hey there.
Guess what I just took?
What?
A game, A game, A game, A game. I'm gonna meet you upstairs, all right?
Oh, okay.
Him is sitting up there talking about he got a pill in every pocket. Why you need so many though? But why you need so many of them? You only take them once every 3 days. And he got one in every pocket. I guess so he don't forget, you know. You out on the road, you'll forget. And I know I got one in my jacket pocket. I know that. She left that broomstick. Look here. We ain't worried about that little cleaning. We is not worried about it. everybody for hitting the like button, though. We got 313 people that hit it, so bam, 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 bam. Gotta hit the like button, bam, bam. You gotta So thank you. So now we can just get the other people to hit the button. That'd be nice. Okay. Thank you, Norman. So will not compromise with emasculated too much on my A game. Too much on your A game, that's what I'm saying. So it was a bunch of men that I know she looked at and said, man, I got to snag this one. And because he knew what he was getting into, no ma'am, you good for what your namesake is. So hit it, get to it, chop, chop. And then I'm out. And the reason, I'm gonna tell you why they go. I'm gonna tell you for all of y'all that ain't famous. You just 304 in your hood and you ain't getting nothing but some roll-ups. Okay? And a sew back for your trouble. Let me tell you a little something. Why the men come through and then they leave real quick. First of all, because they know you're a 304. They know that. They know that. They know. They don't want to deal with you for nothing else beyond that procreation. That's all they want. Because men by nature will attempt to start providing. He will attempt to start problem solving. He will attempt to start protecting. And he will attempt to give you more out of the procreation than just his sex. But because he knows who you are, that's why he skedaddle real quick so he don't get caught up trying to problem solve that constant beep in that smoke detector that he just block out so he can get it and then roll. He out of there real fast because the one time he did want to linger and then he had to go to the bathroom, you had a ring around your tub and your toilet. Now, I don't know how you get a ring around a tub you don't soak in, but okay. Right? The time he tried to linger and you was like, ooh, you felt domesticated for 2 seconds. Then you was like, ooh, let me make you something to eat. And when you open up the refrigerator, it was 2 eggs in there in that blue carton that cost 89 cents a dozen. And it was only 2 in there and they was old. And a half a stick of margarine, not even butter. Thank you, Decent. There's a live to this, male or female. Am I lying or am I flying, fellas? Let me know. Let me know. And bacon, thank you. And bacon, so it's hard. Hard. It's dragging scales. It's hard. The baking soda is hard. You somewhere still eating margarine in 2022. He done found out everything he need to know about you when he walked in. And then this the second time he been here in 3 weeks, and that same pair of socks is sitting in the corner. He out. You the one time he said, I'm gonna come through, but I need you to drop me off so I could go work next morning. I'll come through, I'll spend the night this time, but you gotta drop me off. And you said, okay. And then that morning, when you got up to drop him off, he noticed you didn't really shower all that good. And then when he got into your Hyundai Elantra from 2015, it was as filthy as a garbage dump. That middle console was nasty. It had not been vacuumed, and it had not been ran through a $3 car wash in God knows when. This is why he don't come through. This is why you can't lock him down. This is why he don't want to talk to you until it's time to come, get in, get off, get out. That's the only time he answers texts. This is why. Because of the chaos in your life. He see that chaos in your life. He not trying to have no parts of it. You challenge him in every other P as well. You challenge him in provision, or you devalue his provision because you got a man providing something for you. You got about 3-4 men. You got about 3-4 men. This one pay for nails and hair. This one pay for light bills. That one pay car notes. He heard you. This is the other thing. He hear you talking about how you manage your money. This is for some of y'all that call yourself got a little boyfriend. You wonder why he don't fool with you really. You wonder why he back up. You wonder why he don't really pay you the type of attention 4 months down the line as he did when he first got with you, because he hear how you talk. He see how you move. Yes? They got me messed up. They got me messed up. Talking about saying, my car no late. How long you been had the car? About 3 years. You still ain't done with the car note. Thank you, Miss C. Latimer, for checking in. Keep cooking. And thank you so much, beloved. You done had the car 3 years, still ain't done paying on it. How much your car note? $150 a month? Yeah. You late? So he know not to give you no money? Flex and try to tell a man you need your rent paid. I don't care if you lying. You can't tell no man you need your rent paid. You an automatic bum. You know that? Do you realize that you an automatic bum if you come tell a man, yeah, I need my rent paid? He probably paid because you a bum. He feels sorry now. Like, oh man, need your rent paid? Oh, weird flex, but okay. Thank you, Teray. That's not a good flex. Telling him you need your rent paid tells him you're a bum. Telling him you need your hair and nails done tells him that you don't upkeep yourself, because if he met you with your hair and nails done and you telling him men pay for your hair and nails, now he thinking how many other men pay for your hair and nails. And is that the price of hitting it? Hair and nails. That's why he gonna pay it. You're not getting over on him. Y'all think men stupid. You're not actually getting over on him. He just figured you telling him the cost. Like a prostitute, like any prostitute tell you. Okay, so your price is hair and nails. How much is that? That's why you want to know. you coming in telling him about what you need means you're a bum. It means that you don't have what it takes to manage your life as an adult. And you demean his provision. You demean men's provision like that. And they start seeing how you operate. What about his protection? You say things like, I don't need your protection, or I can protect myself, or I got other men I can call that will protect me from you. You devalue his protection. Why would he come to the defense and to the aid of a woman that has told him all of that? He don't protect you from what? Put anything on the line. I'm not going to put a toenail on the line for you now. I wouldn't put a toenail clipping on the line now. Jada Smith said that crap. I didn't need him to protect me, all while under his protection. Devaluing Will Smith's protection. Thank you again, Miss C. Latimer sees a $40 holler with dirty back feet. Exactly. I don't need no protecting. Now let something go down in the street and he don't protect her, he gonna be the bad guy. If somebody walk up to her and smack her in the face and he don't do nothing, now Will Smith gonna be the bad guy. Well, why wouldn't he protect his wife? Didn't she just say she needed? Because you can do it for yourself, right? Right. Demeaning and devaluing men's problem solving. Why am I going through these for? Because I'm trying to tell young women how they devalue themselves throughout that little so-called hoe phase. And men see you doing this. They're not stupid. They see it. This is why they treat you accordingly, because you present this way. You present like that. It's easier to let you think you getting over on him so he can get what you have to offer, which is sex. Easier to let you think you doing something. Okay. I'm trying to help you out and let you know how to present yourself and how to be a woman of value so men don't do this with you. So they don't play with you. They play with you because you're a toy. And you get played with in your teens, played with in your 20s, played with in your 30s. All the while, you think you playing somebody and you not. You just playing yourself. Congratulations. You played yourself. Thank you, Benjamin. You demean his problem solving. You with a man or you complain to him. Men actively listen. I ain't talking about maggles. Maggles don't count. Men actively listen when you talk. Am I right or wrong? Men actively listen. So when you say you have a problem, he starts thinking about how to solve that problem. That is naturally what men do. That is what they do. So if you come through talking about my car making this funny knocking noise. It's knocking. Oh, okay. He figured we're doing something because it's a jalopy. So he figured we're doing something. But you done came up and said what it's doing. It's knocking. Every time I turn it on, you know what I'm saying? And it's knocking. Okay. So he might say, well, let me go out and hit it. Because my friend said that he was going to take a look at it. And he said it might have been I don't know what he called that. But you can come out and listen to it. No, I'm good. Let your friend handle it. You wonder why they tell you that. Thank you, Caribbean culture. Then you wonder why, no, I'm good. Now, I ain't got to listen to it. You can take it to your friend. I mean, you don't want to hear it? Because little do you know, he know all about cars. But you don't talk to him before you get him in the bed. So you don't know that he actually a mechanic. Certified. He can probably tell you exactly what's going on with the car and why it's knocking. Might even would have gave you a little discount at the place he work at or own. But you expressed an issue. He immediately started trying to problem solve. Let me listen to it. It's the car out there. Go, let's go down there. Turn it on. Let me hear it. Ride around the block. Let me hear it. Because my friend had said, because he be working on it sometime. Okay. If you had somebody to do it, what you tell me for? Why did you say it to me? Ignoring the problem solving, or demeaning it, or devaluing it, or you trying to show him you got other people that'll do it, too. You got a whole bunch of people that'll do stuff for you. Okay. Men see this. All the interactions that you having with these men, they see it, whether they say it or not. When men say, oh, okay, y'all take that as his acceptance of you or his agreement with you. They're not agreeing. That's another little tidbit for you. When men be like, oh, okay, that's just them seeing you for who you are. He making decisions. They not in your favor. Y'all think, oh, he don't judge me. Because he ain't got to. Because he ain't got to judge a woman that don't belong to him. Because he know if he judge you too harshly, you'll clam up and don't give him what he want. So that's why he don't say nothing. You be laid up. You be talking about all these other dudes you be with. You wonder why he don't get jealous. Because y'all be trying to make men jealous. But men that got sense that know you don't belong to him, what he getting jealous of you for? Jealous of a thought for what? Jealous of a thought for what? You're not his woman. So that's why that guy, that's why you want him. The guy that you can tell all this foolishness to. The guy that you can do all this freaky stuff to. He don't never say a word. He don't never shame you about it. He don't never, see, this is what Superhead was talking about. This is what, I'm going to tell you what she was talking about. Thank you, Ruben. They said, oh, okay, you a jump off, equals use a jump off. Thanks for clarifying that right quick. Exactly. This is what Superhead was up there talking about. I ain't never heard no man with a big thing talk about a woman is for the streets. I'm going to tell you where she got that from. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to tell you, y'all want to know where she got that from, why she said that. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to tell you why she said that. The reason why she sat up there and said that is because that has been the experience. The men that she wanted the most blew her back out. He had options. He had leadership. He had order. He had all the 4 P's that she was looking for, and he would not engage. She was able to tell him about all her slutscapades. All of them. In an attempt to try to make him jealous and all of that. And when he wouldn't react to that, he would be like, oh, okay, but no, you did your thing, Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, a word. She thought, as many thoughts do, that was acceptance. That was him wanting her. No. That's just him saying, you don't belong to me. So why would I judge you? He knows that if you put too many judgments on a thought, she won't thought for you. And he want all of the back of your throat. All of it. Not a quarter of it. He want that same measure of throat you gave the other guy. That throat. And he know that if he try to say you slut shaming and all that, you're not gonna do it. That's also why he's discreet. He never tell nobody all the stuff that you did with him. And he never tell nobody all of the stupid stuff that you told him about how you be doing other dudes. He never said a word. He's not accepting you. He letting you be you because you don't belong to him. And he doesn't want you. He don't say nothing because you get comfortable. And when women are comfortable, they show their true colors. They tell the truth. That's why a lot of men who are actually high value don't judge women. Because whatever he thinking in his head, he just wants you comfortable so you'll tell the truth. Tell me I'm lying. He just wants you comfortable. You will tell him everything he needs to know. He doesn't need to really ask you a lot of questions. You'll just talk. Because women like to talk, especially thoughts. Because they want somewhere to purge all of that thoughtism and them demons. And sometimes they find that guy that's got every box checked and he don't judge me. I want this dude. Thank you once again, beloved. C. Latimer said, you broke that down, Miss Kendra. Silence bring out the truth. It do. He check everybody. He got them boxes. And he don't judge me for having had 20 other dudes before him. I want him. And that's the very one she can't get because he got sense enough. She got too much chaos. She got too much chaos in that procreation. She's not going to listen to my problem solving. She's not going to honor my protection. She's not going to honor my provision. She's not going to honor my procreation. She's not going to honor it because this one got a work husband. This the type have a work husband. You're not gonna take advantage of me. You're not gonna have me coming through here giving you all 4 P's. I mean, I'm just giving 4 P's, baby. And you take advantage of me. No. I'm coming in breaking your back. I'm breaking you off. But you got a work husband that you confide in. Girl, if you don't get out my face. I got you in a position where I can retire you. I still want to work. And you just trying to trap me with the money and blah, blah, blah. Okay. You do that. Go on about your big head. Try to protect you. I don't need that. I got my brothers. Well, get your brother then. Get your brother when you need your back blowed out. Call him then. I done thought of 10 different things to do you to solve 10 different problems I saw in your house, and you don't take none of them. You get to telling me about what your girlfriend said, about what your best friend said, about what this other dude done said, about, the maintenance man, he done said. Okay. Have fun with that. Don't ask me nothing. Don't call me. Unless you calling me to come dig in some guts. Then we can talk. Them be the very men she be wanting. Because he don't say nothing. She think he accepting her. No, he just see you. That's all. He just see you. We gonna go a couple of minutes over. I hope you don't mind it. Let's talk about that mothering. This the other way. This the other way. Now she in a position trying to call herself putting somebody up on game. Even then, let me tell you how it's really done. We know how thoughts really work. Men know how hoes work. You ain't telling nobody nothing. You do everything you do for $1 and some validation. Okay. Want to try to tell everybody else they thirsty. I got a video for you about these chicks being thirsty, but we ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna show you an example though of that overbearing, how y'all be doing men and they 4Ps. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all want to see real quick videos real quick. This how y'all be with these men.
How many times have I told you? You speak like you put the cup down, not up. How many times have I told you? You speak like an idiot. Give me this phone.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it. All right, bye.
I told you to say no. So what, you're in a bad mood now? Come on. You put the cup down, not up. How many times have I told you? You speak like an idiot. Give me this phone.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it. All right, bye.
I told you to say no. So what, you're in a bad mood now? Come on. You put the
That should be a familiar scene to many. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely. We know it's fake for the video, but is it a lie? Where was the lie? Thank you, Philip. Thank you once again, Missy Latimer. Thank you so much, beloved. So hit that like button before we go. And thank you. This is how she denigrated that man in every way she could have in 15 seconds. Standing by while he trying to wash the dishes, doing her a favor. I'll bust the suds tonight. Now she gonna hover over, put the cuffs down. Mother hen and over a grown man. He's trying to sweep again, doing her a favor. When men do this stuff, they be trying to relieve stress off of women. They women. They be trying to relieve stress off of you. Even though they be having stress of their own that you can't relieve off of him. You can't go to his job and do it for him. And then he be alleviated out of stress. They be doing that to, my woman be working. They be trying to show you some appreciation. My woman be doing all this stuff. Man, I can wash dishes tonight one time. I can wash them one time. I ain't gonna get in there every night, but I can wash them one time. I ain't gonna be sweeping the floor every day, but you know, she out here busy with the kids, blah, 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 blah. Let me go ahead, just a little bit. Instead of complaining to her, instead of telling her, go ahead and get this, and nagging her, he just went over there and solved the problem. It's a little dust in the corner, it's a little dust. You know, I know she relatively clean, so I'm not gonna nag her. I'm not gonna be like, come on in, it's dirty, you see that? You know what I'm saying? Doing the dust test. See that dust? You know, now he'll be a tyrant if you do that. Thank you, Eric. So he trying not to do that. Okay, let me do this real quick. You sweeping like idiots. This is stupid. Y'all do that stuff for real. I've watched women do that. I watched my mama do it. It was rare that my father would get in the kitchen and cook anything. It was very rare because mama would cook. She would cook. So it was real rare where he would get in the kitchen and, you know, make the kids something to eat. She hovering. So when he wanted to get us something to eat, he bought it. Or he took us somewhere, took us to a restaurant or something. He on the phone trying to talk to somebody, probably about some kind of business or money. I told you to say no. Who are you? Who you running? And then the last one is the one that kicked the argument off. The last one is the one that kicked the argument off. Oh, so you got attitude now? You know what? I was sitting here trying not to have an attitude. But since you said something, let me go ahead and cuss you out real quick. Then when he do that, now, I don't know why he was so mad. Thank you, Child of Light. So it reminds me of Rochelle in EBAC. Julius cleaned the whole house top to bottom and telling Rochelle it's not hard or too much. She lost it. Yeah, because they want men to think that it's too hard to be a housewife and it's not. So you mad now? After you know you've been nagging all day or all week. Too broken to get his attention in a positive way. So this is what you do. This is why y'all argue in cycles. Any of the guys who have been in long-term relationships with hyenas, do you or do you not recognize the argument cycle? Tell me you don't recognize the argument cycle. You'll be good for 2 weeks. The 3rd week she's annoying. The 4th week is a blow up. Then you gotta have makeup sex. Then you gotta try to have a talk that frustrates you because it's circular. Then she go back to being good again. That lasts for a week and a half, 2 weeks. Then that next 3rd week, she get annoying. And then that week after that is a blow up. About every month, month and a half. You can time it. This how you know you got a hyena on your hands. She not about no peace. This woman is broken. She don't know how to give and receive love in a peaceful way. She don't know how to receive a man's 4 P's in a peaceful, loving, and supportive way. A way that makes him want, that inspires him to want to do more of the same. She's in a constant state of undermining his provision, undermining his problem solving, undermining his protection, and undermining his procreation. She's in a constant state of that. And she does this all the whole time that she's young and going through the whole phase. See, the whole phase is not just the bodies. Thank you once again, child of light. Another is a woman complaining her man worked too much. How the bills getting paid? Her and the family being cared for if he there 95, 100% of the time. It's irritating. Yeah, it's irritating. See, the worst, one of the worst parts of the whole phase isn't even the bodies. Do y'all know that? The worst part of the whole phase is how she continues to break herself and devalue herself as a woman. That's the worst part of it. I told you that the bodies are there because she's broken. She's not broken because of the bodies. Didn't I say that? The bodies are there because she's broken. She didn't get broken because of the bodies. She's chaotic in and of herself. She never, see, a lot of these thoughts, 9 out of 10 thoughts start telling you about a trauma that she went through. Am I right or wrong? And then when you ask her, what does she do about the trauma? She starts telling you about all the bad relationships. Do you understand me? When you talk about the trauma, and then you ask her, well, what did you ever do about the trauma? She started telling you about the men. Well, this one did this to me, and this one did that to me, and it just made it worse. But what did you do to fix it before you got over there? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You didn't do anything to fix it. You just let it fester. And you thought jumping from man to man to man would fix you, would make you feel better, would give you the validation that you wanted and that you needed, that you got from the sex of men. And it did nothing but empty you out. Then you'll be somewhere like Superhead, mad, sitting somewhere talking about, and this is what I always say, as if somebody cared what she always say. The whores have failed in life. They don't got no good stuff. They don't have your best interest in mind. The only thing that they have in mind is justifying all of that foolishness that they did and trying to make it seem like there was a deeper meaning behind all the hoeing that they did, and it was not. The only thing behind all that hoeing was a broken woman that didn't value herself enough to go see about that brokenness so she wouldn't have to hoe. So she don't got no good advice for you. Oh, Lori, I don't have no advice for her. You shouldn't have no advice for nobody. Alert to Michael B. Jordan. Superhead admires your woman, bruh. That's a red flag. That's a red flag, Mr. Michael B. Jordan. Superhead admires the way your woman move. Not Sister Shahrazad Ali. You know, not even Auntie Iyanla Vanzant. She not even her. Nope. That interview killed me. And this is what I always say. This is what you always say. You talk. I didn't know you could talk with your mouth full. We give these types of women a voice too. Thank you, Chemical. That's the other part before I go. We give these types of women voices. Why does Superhead have a voice? Why she got a platform that anybody is listening to with any amount of concern? And I'm speaking on it because somebody got to speak against it. Can't just let it stand. Can't just let it stand. I'll ask you the same questions that I asked in my video to the young ladies who are listening to these old 304s. Thank you, Zwift. Said thank you so much for sharing wisdom. Thank you. I'm gonna ask y'all these questions again. Do you want to share the fate of these old 304s? Do you? What are these 304's notable accomplishments? Not just her, but the ones that you know. If you are on the 304 track, what are your accomplishments? What did they accomplish? Are these 304's reputations shameful or are they dignified? Gotta start asking yourself these questions. Shameful or dignified? Do anybody really look at her and be like, that is an upstanding, dignified, respectful, respectable woman? Superhead. What is her value according to the valuable woman scale? What are the value of these old 304s? And finally, what is she successful in your eyes? And if so, define success. Are these old 304s successful in your eyes? And if so, define success. Answer those questions for yourself. Look at the women around you and see where they've ended up. For every one that quote unquote get the bag, it's 2,000 of them that meet a lonely, bitter end. Thank you, Your Excellence. Said, me and my girlfriend love what you do. We have twin little boys and she really sees things differently. That is wonderful. Tell her I said, hey. Thank you so much. We got to bring the shame back. They talk against slut shaming because they don't want to face the reality of what they've done. It's too difficult for them to look back on their life and see, I made every wrong decision that a woman could make. And I failed as a woman. Thank you once again, Miss C. Lattimore. Thank you so much. So 3 or 4 is assailing self-degradation as false empowerment. Exactly. Are we empowered? Empowered to do what? You spend your whole life competing with men and trying to control their 4 Ps, only to later on want them to give it to you freely. And it don't work like that. It don't work like that, beloveds. You can't undo them decisions. You cannot. Don't become these old chicks, man, that done did all that stuff and then they get older and they can't face it. And then instead of telling young women, don't do what I did, they misery love company. She wants somebody post-wall with her in the same broken state. She not looking for your good. She looking for your downfall. And they glorify it to you. This is how you supposed to do it, girl. This is how you get over on these Negroes, girl. No. No. Because them men 3 years ago that gave you $100, he done made that $100 100 times over. He ain't thinking about you or that $100 he spent. He not out of nothing. You're out of something, though. He can get that little money back he gave you. You can't get your dignity back, though. You can't get your value back as a woman. Once it's gone, it's gone. I don't care what they say, and I don't care what you think. They lie to you to keep the narratives going. Oh, these men ain't nothing. These men ain't no good. See, they just want to run through women and blah, 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 blah. You got one, I think it was Stormy Wellington. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to cut it through because I know I done went over. I apologize for it, but I had to get all of this stuff out. It was Stormy Wellington talking about some ladies, don't let the men fool you. They don't want, I'm telling you this, they don't want no housewife. They want a woman that's getting to the bag. Because it inspired them to get to the bag. They want a woman that inspired them. It ain't about getting your money. It's about getting to the bag, you know, and being inspiring to your man. Girl. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. This the same chick's son don't mess with her. He don't mess with her. He don't mess with her. Thank you, Miss Life with Amanda. Hey, beloved. Hey, my love, listening from the clouds. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, girl. Don't let these men, they ain't want no wife up here cooking and cleaning. Yes, they do. When men want you to get to the bag, they want you to get to it for him. Not for you. And it ain't even a separate bag. He's sending you out there to get that bag. You ain't figured out your bag on your own. Lionesses kill for the pride, not her. What good is that? He want a group of lions. He want a lioness to go out there and get that gazelle, and he ain't got to worry about it. That's what he want. Cause he know if she know how to hunt, them cubs fed. You know what? Sometimes I can't get it all out. Sometimes I can't get it all out, y'all. Sometimes I can't get it all out. I'm sorry. It be in my mind and I can't. That's why we went over. I wasn't intending to go over today. I thought I could say what I could say in an hour. And it just... So let me roll, y'all. But before we go, we ain't rolling out of here without no A game. What y'all talking about? We ain't said all of this to roll out of here and not be on our A game. Some A game, A game, A game, So if you want to be part of the A game family, all that you have to do, I made it so simple. Just hit the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com. Please don't forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10, because we around here looking out for the health of our men, right? We are looking out for the health of our men. All right, by increasing his vitality, his strength, his energy, and his libido, so he could go out here and do what lions do. Okay, so I want to thank everybody for coming through. I want to thank everybody for their generous contributions. I want to thank everybody for their likes, and I want to have a special thanks to my support team that gives me everything that I need to come here every day and deliver a show to you guys. So much love to my support team. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.